and welcome everyone to well, it's meant to be the speed that we'll be showing today, but not in qualifying. As you can see, we have got a wet qualifying session. Let's have a little look. It's intermediate wet, don't know if it will become dry, but we have got Monza, Italy in intermediate conditions with almost a very stacked grid, 18. So we'll the only two people that are not here tonight is Enzo and PJ, which means we get a great chance to see the continuation of the championship battle that we've been seeing all season, and that is between Ticket and Brandon. Now, Ticket, after last week's great result, took a 15-point lead in the championship. It's actually probably one of the biggest gaps we've seen all season. It's really between those two. Hayward is another 52 points behind his teammate, and 1 point in front of Ings, who again isn't here tonight, so might lose ground. Lower catching up as well, he's in 5th. We've got a battle for 6th between Doppyman and Backer, which Backer took 6th last time. Just a little bit behind that is Slime Boy Val as well. But just to bring attention to it, we also have a new driver tonight, Adidas. He's in the Williams and on an outlap right now. So we'll keep an eye and see how good, how quick, I should say, our new Williams driver is. As we're on board with the McLaren starting first flying lap in anger. So here we go, we'll stay on board with the McLaren, or maybe get some off-board Italy rain shots. Funnily enough, not much rain last week when we were at Belgium, where you usually do get a few rain affected races, but it looks like we had to wait till we hit Italy to get the rain affected race. I'm just about to get YouTube up so I can look at the comments and what's going on in chat. Yeah, they're going to have to deal with the Scary, the Ledmos as well whilst going through it in the rain. Much slower, not as big high speeds, but you have to still keep the car through these extremely treacherous corners even in the dry, like the Ascari chicane which we're coming up to. On the cards, having to be very, very, very tentative through Ascari. You get the straight to the Parabolica now, so let's see what the McLaren of MRPK can do. He's coming across the line now, shortest run to the line, a 1:29 flat, decent lap time, and unfortunately Ticket has got himself stuck behind Ralph. Ralph also on a flying lap, there's no reason to get their way yet. Young 2nd, and Always Rick goes in 3rd. I mean, it's obvious that Ticket is quicker, but that's why you've got to try and make that gap behind, so you don't get stuck behind someone that may be slower. Anyway, let's have Brandon's not had such bad luck. He's right there. So Ralph, let's see the time Ralph gets in front. He's into 8th, and behind Ticket's still quicker. Must have made at least some sort of gap, but yeah, that's not really worked out for him. New driver here, as said before, in the Williams. Let's see how he handles it. He's getting thrown in at the deep end. A rain affected qualifying session at Monza. Whoa, really slowed that down, but into 10th for the moment. Of course, these drivers probably fueling up for a couple of runs. Looks like Doppyman might have made a mistake. Golden's coming around to Scary. I'm not really sure the times in the wet and what is representative, but I think the McLaren's time did seem very good, and the laps seemed pretty good and as well, even with the tentative run through Scary. Let's see, Golden coming to the line, and it's a good time from him, sub 130. Lower just went on board as he crossed the line and improves by a good 6/10 pretty much. Almost a race here between Cassell and Ralph. Nudge in the back. That's the issue. Ralph technically doesn't need to get out of the way. He's on a fast lap. Giraffe improves by half a second as well, and so does Hayward. I think he's up there too. I mean, others will have opinions on that, but anyway, Backer again, he's not doing great at the beginning qualifying. Let's see what amazing time he can smash in on his final run, because that tends to be the Backer experiment, is basically him doing quite badly for the first 15-16 minutes of qualifying and then putting in an absolute belter of a lap at the end. Doppyman last week coming undone in the second of the chicanes, outdoes him here with this lap. Yeah, it's very unlucky. Ooh, Doppyman just about keeps that intact. He's got Dragos on an outlap coming up as well. Trying to have a look. Cassell, he looks to be going for it again. He was the one affected by... Gally, if you can hear a door, that's amazing, because are you sure it's not yours? I couldn't hear a door. But yes, Cassell coming to the line, improving his time, not as much as what it says. We have, yeah, we just had it confirmed, and Jack, that it will be a dry race. Who's that going? Is that one going backward? I seen, did I? That's amazing. Ticket up by 1.3 seconds. Are apparently down by that. Actually, he's just put in that time, hasn't he? Lower, he's still behind Lower, who's coming into his own last race. Really good job. The Renault's last race getting a bit of the rub of the green, a bit lucky with some safety cars and their strategy playing out almost to perfection. Just ticking pace, ruining it a bit for them, but they'll be fine. I'm trying to get, yeah, so a few people coming in. I think it might have been Ralph that I seen having issues earlier. Let's see, it's Adidas, he's up to 11th. Ralph behind. Let's see, Doppyman, oh, he's up by almost 3 seconds according to that, although he didn't set a time. Look, it did show a purple middle sector, so let's see. Cassell's put in a great time, a 1:28.3, probably because it's drying out. By the looks of that, I don't see any rain. Backer's actually going to take the shortest line. Let's see what Backer gets. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, he improves by 3.5 seconds, straight up to 4th. What did I tell you about Backer? We're Composite as well, jumping right up the pack to 11th ahead of his teammate. Just more proof that the track is just drying out and getting faster and faster. Whoever is last out will take pole, except from, of course, as Callie just mentioning. So he says softs for the last lap in quali. Of course, others may choose to do a bit of medium running, which may cost them any shot at pole. More ticket backer still going. It's a little down though, so I imagine looking at the fuel indicator, yes, he's running out of fuel, so he'll be pitting. Doffy Man, he's invalidated again, and he was up on his time, so he'll be a bit disappointed. Dragos, yep, he's on a lap, but it looks like he's going to be in the pit as well. Val, he's just finished the lap, I think, and 10th he is now. Is he going for another? I would not be surprised to see, and Dragos actually puts in a time to put him second on the grid. It's very, very good lap. As the track, it's always a caveat here, the track just keeps trying and drying out. So we're on board with the Renault of Flying Boy Val, a race winner this season. Had a lot of bad luck really this season though, which is a big shame for the Renault driver. Actually, Renault and themselves have had quite the run of bad luck, the Renault team in C4. I guess that counts, just keeping it in bounds, and nicely run through the chicane, the Ascari chicane, already about half a tenth up. That is a good point that Callie makes. Enzo ain't racing, so he can watch without fear of ruining anyone's race. And let's see, Flying Boy Val putting it into 7th. And good thing is you ain't creating issues for his teammate either, Callie, because his teammate is, for now, got one of his best qualifying performances so far this season, probably the best this season for him so far. Still a good 5 and a bit minutes to go though, with the track drying out. I think we'll be getting to possibly slick tyres by the end of this. We've still got him unfitted, and it definitely is. And his lower is going quicker, it's purple middle sector. But yeah, it still enters for the moment. Actually, Cassell's the first one to now put on soft tyres. And so it's Ticked. So yeah, the softs are, well, those two so far, the two Alfa Romeos both putting on, getting ready to go out in softs. Lower goes on to pole by 3/10 as the track dries and dries. A 128 flat. So, is that right? If I'm correct, Ann Smith has a qualifying ban for the race due to the incident between him and Doffyman, if I've got that right from the last race. So that's why he hasn't taken place in qualifying. It is a track where you can overtake though, but yeah, it's difficult. It's always difficult for him to take, but the incident did unfortunately lead to not just his own DNF but another driver's, and Stewards decided a qualifying ban was necessary. So just looking at this again, Cassell and Ticked have decided no, they aren't going out on softs, they're going back out on the inters. It's not dried out enough in their opinion, but the two the two Williams, the two Williams are on softs, and well, now I know Ann Smith's YouTube, or his name on YouTube. Yeah, it's I genuinely think it's still a good practice run for him C3, as well as, well, it's Monza and pretty much anything can happen, even from the back of the grid. So let's have a look. It does look to be dry enough for slick, so I was very surprised to see that Tickett went out on the inters. Now his teammate Cassell and Laura are both ready to go in. Now let's have a look. Tickett has decided to start a flying lap rather than come into pits. He would have had enough time to give it a go. Flying Boy Val was thinking about it, but looks to have returned to the inters. And same with Brandon, although he's not came out yet. Let's see, is anybody going to take that gamble on the softs? As we watch others coming to do other further runs. Up 2/10 is Tickett on the inters. Ooh, I wasn't expecting this. I really thought it would definitely have dried out enough. It looks like, to me, that this is dry conditions. Well, Tickett, it's purple sector, and they're about 3/10 up, but he did invalidate, but you'll get another go, and Giraffe is out on softs. And so is Cassell, and Lower's coming out right now as well. The two Williams are out on softs too. Always Rick, he doesn't hurry up. No, he'll miss it. Always Rick's not going to be out. DRS is also now enabled, so that's the game saying it's soft time. Golden puts it into third on the intermediate tyres. Second, I think. Obviously with the invalidation. Dragos also with an invalidation, although I think it's an outlap. Always Rick is out. Oh god, this is going to be something to follow. Are all these guys going to make it? I don't think Always Rick's going to make it. Unless I've got... you've got Flying Boy Val, a lot of people out on outlaps, given the softer final go. All a gamble. Oh, as Brandon decides to take the position. Flying Boy Val. Different decisions happening here. We've got Tickett, who is on his final run, will follow the rest of Tickett's run to the line on inters. This could prove unlikely, in my opinion, will prove wrong. A bunch of drivers not making it to the end though on those softs, leaving it a little bit too late. And Tickett, let's see his final time. He puts himself up to second on the inters. Giraffe, he's out. It's only up by... Actually, let's see. Yeah, almost 4/10. It's probably not even perfect. The other guys need to be careful. Let's watch Brandon, in fact, because that's the championship battle there. Yeah, these are all very close together as well, so let's have a look. Hayward didn't make it to the line. Oh, Brandon having to correct it in the middle of Ascari. That could have been really dangerous, but he's managed to keep it together. Lordstown was not on softs either. Cassell seems to have said it's okay where he is. Well, Brandon decides to just end it because he'll get fresh tyres. No, Adidas goes into second, Brandon into third, Flying Boy Val, Doppy Man on pole, no, Giraffe on pole. I think Byong and the Williams stole pole at the end. They were all coming in, they did. So, those that got to the end and got to start a flying lap, got it done, and catapult themselves to the near the top. no matter who they were, the last to cross the line takes the best conditions and takes the pole. That's Beyond. Then Giraffe in second, Doppyman third, Brandon starts fourth. Debut qualifying fifth for Indeed and Flying Boy Val sixth. Lower, the best in the inters in seventh. Ticket starts eighth. Dragos ninth. Cassell will start 10th. Golden 11th. Ralph 12th. Backer 13th. MRPK 14th. Hayward 15th. Composite 16th. Always Rick 17th. And there's actually a 5 grid penalty. 5 place grid penalty for one of the drivers. There may have been Always Rick, which might actually mean that Anissa doesn't start from the back. It's dry, and we got a very interesting end to qualify, and we've definitely got an interesting grid. Slightly mixed up from what we would usually see. That's no offence to those at the front. That's still a great decision to go out in the softs, take that risk, get it done. Good job from them. Their only issue, of course, is that they have to start on those softs, but it isn't really a high tyre wear circuit, is it? So, yeah, it's not really a high tyre wear circuit, so that shouldn't prove too much of a problem. But everyone from 6th back gets to choose the tyres that they want to start this race on. Yeah, so Composite was the one with a 5-second grid penalty, so it wasn't Always Rick, my apologies. So, yeah, so the top 6 are starting on the softs they qualified on, pretty sure. Lower will start on the softs as well. Ticket will start on mediums. Dragos and Cassell both choose the softs. Golden and Ralph choose the mediums. Backer, MRPK and Hayward start on the softs. Always Rick and Ann Smith on the mediums, and Composite at the back will start on softs. Hands up. I don't really know how you do that. Yeah, I did hear the door that time. Yeah, sorry about that. Bit of background noise, unfortunately, with a squeaking door, but oh well. So hopefully that won't be too distracting. Although it's seemingly giving you a good laugh, so if that's all we need, some entertainment. If it's not from me, it's from a squeaking door. So there you go. But anyway, so yeah, Beyond and Williams with a fantastic qualifying that they could only dream of in real life, and Lower got the quickest on the inters, so yeah, they would have been on pole if there wasn't the issue of the soft runners. But yeah, a slightly mixed up grid, and this is Doppyman's chance. I remember last week, after, before and after, as two come together, he talked about struggling to get a podium or a win this season. Well, this is his best chance to get that win or the podium at least. Certainly one of his best chances for points in the McLaren. Oh, there's the two cars together. Beyond in the Williams will take, I believe it's his first pole position. At least in RLH. Okay, we're getting ready to go now. Or are we? Yeah, we are. All 5 lights are on. Jump start from Composite, unfortunately, but the lights are out and away we go. And it's a nice run down. Beyond looks to still be in the lead, although he's Giraffe now starting to go side by side. He has the inside line though and keeps the lead. His teammate, on the other hand, has managed to squeeze his way and get 2 overtakes and get up to third. It's a Williams 1-3 at the moment. Oh, we got yellows. What's that? I think a bit of a coming together at the back, possibly. Hayward is there, so oh, there's some loss of front wing going on. I've seen that, not sure who. Let's get back up to the front though, as we have Belong just fighting off guys. Yeah, a very clean turn one, maybe a bit of a coming together at some points, but not much wrong from anyone there. Although Anne Smith is off the back, so maybe not fully clean, unfortunately, but for the most part. Yeah, amazing that we've got this still going, and what a start from the Williams driver in third. Adidas, what a debut. It's unfortunate for Duffy Man, who's obviously dropped quite a few places off the start. Okay, right, so the timing screen's going crazy now. It's MRPK and Ticket have a battle, and Ticket gets through up to 10th. Ticket also lost some places off the start, probably owed to starting on the mediums. Okay, yeah, Hayward is not in first. There's a little bit of a problem with the timing screens. Not usually get that off the very start, but this time it was starting lap 2 that brought out those issues. Anyway, so Brandon looking to assert his dominance, put himself back on the map for the championship, 15 points behind. It's not that much in comparison to what it would have been in the older scoring systems used over a decade ago, but yeah, it's. I think he would definitely love to be closer, especially. Well, Ticket's got issues here. He's just been swarmed by both Cassell, his teammate, and backer, Golden catching as well, and at least having to deal with Hayward as well, just snuffed it up his inside. Yeah, so I think Composite and Anne Smith maybe involved at turn 1, because they're actually Composite had a drive-through for a jump start, unfortunately, so that might have more something to do with that. Brandon not able to get through yet, and not a great run by the Red Bull either. This could quickly become a Williams 1-2. And let's be honest, I don't think anybody was expecting that. You never know what to expect from a brand new driver to the league, and that's what we got in Adidas. But Beyond, he's been in here for a while, usually in the middle of the pack, but and having good scraps with people. But now he's got a lead there race, and he's not letting it go. Brandon, though, he's looking to relinquish. Yeah, he has as well. He's taken Adidas down to 4th, but it was looking like he could get 2nd. So here we go. We do have DRS now, though. But I think all of these guys have DRS. Brandon's looking like he's going to make a move into turn 1, but he's on the outside. And that works, he's got that to work. Oh, Doppy Man's round. And with wing damage as well. The unluckiness for this McLaren driver continues. Oh, that is again gutting. What a qualifying performance, but it's all going up in smoke already for Doppy Man. We're only lap 4. Not entirely sure exactly what caused it, but that is unfortunate. But now one of the championship contenders who's very often at the front is now on the challenge for 2nd, with a penalty though, 3 seconds. Beyond still with none, so Giraffe, to be fair, is also always there or thereabouts, but then kind of drops back later on. So, let's see. Still very close, and in fact, I missed it. Byung loses the lead, and Brandon just defends the position, makes sure Byung cannot come back, and that is Brandon in the lead in his Merc. And Giraffe now outside the DRS of the Williams driver. Let's see if the Williams driver can keep up with the Mercedes up front. He's definitely had an issue there, broke too late. I think Adidas having the same issue. Came back on track. I think he might have been just about enough ahead. Is there an issue? There's an issue, yeah, there is. It's yeah, Smith having a problem. It's the Parabolica of all places, and is coming into the pits. Young is staying rather close. Oh, and there's an incident. Yeah, the new driver Adidas, who had a cracking qualifying and then improved. Improved his oh, that's Brandon into the pits. I think, is everyone going to come in? Yeah, they are. Pretty much. I'm trying to get someone that's out there. There we go. Who's not? Golden. He's on mediums. He'll keep going. And same with Ralph. So yeah, that is a crying shame for the Williams driver. Great qualifying, great start to the race, but on lap 5 he either loses it or is in an incident at the exit of the Scari. I've seen cars like that many a times. Wait, Ticked? What's happened to Ticked? Because this is different. He's actually retired from the race. It's not just lost connection, the car has been retired in the pit lane for Ticked. Now this is a golden opportunity, not just for Golden of course, but for Brandon to now not just catch up, but if he can get third or above to take the lead of the championship yet again. Composite on softs, the only soft runner not to pit, possibly due to his teammate pitting as well. I still personally would have double stacked because you're going to lose more time and more places pitting now. But saying that, Smith, because he had to pit after whatever went on in a not a Scari, Parabolica, now gets the chance to rejoin the back of the grid. Same with Doffy Man, although he's not at the front, so we'll see. I wonder if there's anything on C4 chat of why. I'm gonna check since we're under the safety car. Let's go with Golden, who's going to be leading this. So what I'm seeing is there might have actually been a stupid mistake. I'm not sure. There's so a crash. It would be a separate incident, but I would have thought possibly. Here we go. Alright, okay. So unfortunately, he had broke his wing, didn't fix it on the pits, and the race was finished at that point, and therefore he retired in the pit lane, I believe, because that's where I seen the car. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame to lose one of our top drivers, the championship leader, in that way from this race. But that is what we have. Ticket is gone. That's a safety car, so it could have continued, I think, but chose not to. I noticed that MRPK has decided to do a 2-stop. He's went on his softs. No way they're getting to the end. And obviously Composite hasn't pitted and thinks it is best just to stick to the strategy. Others that haven't pitted are obviously those. In fact, Composite is now pitting, still under the safety car, but he's going to lose a lot more positions than what he would have if he just pitted earlier. And that's a shame, really. So the only drivers not to pit yet the only drivers not to pit yet are Golden, Ralph and always Rick, as they are still in the mediums they started on, and to be honest, well, they could have went on the hards like those around them have, but they've got a pit stop coming. Maybe they should have still pitted, I don't... Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, so let's have a little look down the field. Safety car hopefully in soon. Should be this lap. I mean, it's, I don't really know how. Yeah, there we go. MRPK is now caught Composites, and I expect to see the message, and we do. Safety car in this lap. Laura has took a massive gamble on the mediums. In fact, everyone else that's pitted has went onto the hards. Laura pitted a bit ago. Do have always Rick and Rat. Oh gosh, right, Golden's really slowing the pack up. Constant speed would be appreciated. Let's have a look, because this is really, yeah, there's people coming together now at the back. Oh, there's a lot of 5-second penalties. How slowly, we've seen issues actually. Oh, Golden completely mistiming that restart with his traction, and almost puts himself in the wall. Giraffe though, they've got possible big action. Giraffe kinda driving on beyond, he keeps the position. Oh, and is that Dragos way off the pack? I'm not sure what happened, and there's a lot going on actually down here. 3 wide through the Copa Grande. Coming to the big breaking point here. Let's see, does everybody make it through? Dragos having difficulties trying to keep up with all the action. It's actually very difficult. Always Rick in a very good position. He's been passed by Brandon though already, and it looks like he's about to be passed by Giraffe into... No, not quite, and he has to back out. Ooh, he almost gets a Williams in his gearbox. In fact, that said, Williams has just steamed through, and so will the Renault of Lower. It's into the breaking point. Oh, Lower will not be happy about that, and that loses him 2 other positions to back up in Cassell. His teammate's quite far back. There's been a bit of a... yeah, here we go. Hayward and Flying Boy Val doing your normal straight antics here at Monza. Right, so I don't think we'll ever see this coming down again. Cassell falling through the Curva Grande, looking for the move into the next turn. It's not coming quite yet. Right, and Giraffe still up there with Biong. Quite a lot of stuff going on. And the Renault Bad Luck, after dissipating for one race, has re-emerged its head, lower still in the mediums. I think he'll be struggling towards the end. And teammates here, MRPK though, he's all over the back of the Renault of Flying Boy Val, who seems to have a quicker car in a straight line. Lower, who should be quicker at the moment on these mediums. He's got, not DRS yet actually, but what he does have, Flying Boy Val's had to pit, but he's got the move ready and pretty much done. Still, who's going to brake later? Cassell still has the inside line for turn 2. I think Lower was looking for the switchback, but he has Hayward behind. Again, falling through the Curva Grande. Will he have enough speed to make a move? Side by side, but he backs out of the move. Backer in front of this, hoping that this will slow them down. Not quite yet is that happening. Young, technically still in a good net. Oh, and there's a 3-second time penalty for Lower. Just running it wide, almost losing the back end actually in doing so. Lower obviously just moving out a bit. Hayward, yeah, struggling a bit behind, but that is to be expected. Young on Always Wreck, he's starting to come into his element again. But it's Brandon. He'll be looking to make the move down the straight with DRS. He's also saved ERS. It should be like taking candy from a baby on Ralph. And it's pretty much done. Swoops in, takes a corner. No problem. That's P2. Young though, looking to get past Always Wreck. Always Wreck holds on to the position. And going round the outside of the Curva Grande, will he be in a position? He's actually already got it done by that point. Good overtake there from Biong, getting the run, but having a mistake on the exit. Getting into the gravel, and Always Wreck gets right back past. For those worrying about Ralph actually hasn't pitted yet. Well, others have, so we'll see what goes on there. So C5 drivers, maybe not worry too much, although he is quick anyway. So there, Biong's going to have another look at a move. He got it done really well last time, he just didn't get the exit done, and Always Wreck breaks much later for the Parabolica, so the switchback could be on. And if not, still DRS. And a bit of overtake as well, and it's easy overspeed. Sticking to the inside, he should already have it done, and that's 4th place for the Williams, as long as he doesn't. Well, he actually went a bit deep into turn 1, but so did Always Wreck. But this is helping Brandon just pull away. And Ralph, he's still got a 2.5 second gap, but yeah, like I said, he's not pitted yet. Oh, there's Lower getting past Cassell. Ooh, and coming maybe a bit early. That's a switchback for Hayward. Will he get the move done into the first of the Lesmos? He does go for it. Quite late decision there. It looked like he was going to come back in. And what about MRPK? I'm not sure. Cassell gets back through in Hayward, and MRPK pushes his way through as well. Oh no, there's some damage for the McLaren. I'm pretty sure that McLaren's got damaged, or was it off the Mercedes? No. Oh well, Alan Smith. I didn't realise how close he had got. He backed out of it. I mean, this battle for the back end of the points getting really fierce, and 3 wide into the straight. And Dragos looking to make it 4 wide. That's going to be impossible. Let's see how they sort this one out. Dragos sorts it out by getting. Oh no! Oh, that would have been bad for the McLarens to take a dive, take each other out there. But no, Dragos and MRPK getting involved in an incident there. Just, I guess, not leaving each other enough room on the exit. You could almost tell that something was going to happen there between some of the drivers, but unfortunately that involved Dragos and MRPK. And that was a crowd, absolutely. That's what. Oh no, Beyond, no way! Oh, see, I hate seeing it. I really do. I've ended up in that wall plenty of times, and the two Williams essentially have a similar crash to each other in the exit, or in the middle, as it may have been there, of the Ascari chicane. I may be biased towards Williams, just a tiny bit. I like Williams. I drive for them in C3. But that genuinely gutting after the race that Young had. He was in a net P2 with the pit stops around him, and that's all gone now for the Williams driver. And what looked like earlier that could have possibly been a Williams 1-2, or at least 2 on the podium, is now all gone, and no points for the Williams drivers. And we've still got half the race to go, and we have got the second safety car. So Brandon, Golden pitted, didn't he? He was on. He's went on his off. So actually quite a few pitted whilst I was doing my spiel about Williams. So this could really work out for Laura, particularly. Almost everyone pitted, except from Brandon and Giraffe. So all those 5-second time penalties, by the way, stewards can lay down your rest. They can't be appealed because they've all been served. So we'll say that I'd be happy on that one. Ralph scuffed. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. Well, just to be clear, Ralph was on the mediums from the start. He had to pit. It's just whether or not he should have went on the softs, really, isn't it? Just as Golden did, which could really pay dividends to him. Yeah, so I now get what some are saying. Maybe the soft tyre was the correct decision. All I know is that he had to pit. He had to make a change. Golden deciding, Golden in the same position went on the softs, while Ralph stuck to his guns and went on to the hards. With a lot of people around him on new mediums, he will, or not will, but could definitely struggle to stay in the position that he is in. safety car in this lap maybe would be great. The mediums are fine, the softs, they will, I think, start to come unglued towards the end though. They can do it, no bother, they can do it. It's just... Right, okay. We've got Brandon leading this safety car. So, yeah, Golden leading the first safety car. Almost spinning it then. And being very cautious he was. There's a lot more speed being taken right here. And the other point on that is we also had Byung leading the race for a time as well. So let's see, it's coming through the trees on the exit of the Parabolica. The foot is now down as Brandon steps on it. He's actually still got Giraffe, who's wanting to make a move, isn't able to make a move quite yet. Backer trying the inside on Ralph with his fresh softs. That's not quite going to work out, but it has backed everyone else up. Let's just have a little look. In fact, let's not, as Backer just sweeps round the inside of the Curva Grande and gets the job done, as Ralph is going to pay the price for putting on the hards. You're saying Golden could win this. You're saying Golden could win this. I'd say Backer could win this as well. And yes, I know Soft's can do 12 laps without a problem. It doesn't mean they aren't slower towards the end of that stint, which was the point I was actually making. So Giraffe making a mistake on the exit of the Curva Grande. Completely wrong corner there. I meant Ascari. Golden braking too late. He's got to realise that the car ahead is on used hards and he's on fresh soft, so that allows Backer to get the job done, gets through. Giraffe trying to defend because it is a net P2 for him, but Backer can brake later and turn in him. And he also gets a nudge from behind from Golden as well. Might not be the most pleased on that, but they're pushing, as Laura also got past Ralph as he starts to fall down. Brandon could still win, but here's another reminder that Brandon still has a 3-second penalty from corner cuts or track extensions, so he's got to make that gap, and Backer's actually closing in. Golden closing in on Giraffe as well, so taking a later bit of lock-up, good run through Ascari, where Giraffe almost lost it on the exit last lap. He's fine this lap. That's what opened up the bit of touching, barging that we've seen a little bit of. But let's see, Backer fastest lap. But no DRS yet actually. Cassell's into the pits. Something must have happened whilst we've been following this battle. That could be the point where Brandon does realise that this race is up, but hey, you never know. Lower, he's quick. He is actually really quick. On these mediums, he's catching up this battle between Golden and Giraffe, who are only a second and a bit behind, second and a half actually, behind the lead battle as well. And to give Ralph his due, he's now keeping up with this and not really falling into the clutches of Dolphin Man, who, to be honest, is probably a bit happy that he's back into the points after what happened earlier in the race with him. So, continue. Backer Backer getting a run through the parabolica, tries to take a shorter line, and now he's going to have DRS. He's not even bothering with the overtake yet. He is now, and that's going to give him the overspeed. Who's going to break latest? Probably the guy with the softs. And we're right, Backer takes the lead with no penalties and the softer tyres, and he can just try and pull away. It's not to say he will pull away. But you would think with the speed that he did have that will be what happens. Golden, he'll be happy with how the race has ran so far for him. The Haas driver having a good race here. And Lower, he's got let's have a wee look at the penalty situation. All the 5 seconds penalties from the first safety car all been served now under the second safety car, so now it looks like it's all 3 second penalties. So like I said, Stewards can give a sigh of relief that they won't have to be dealing with loads of appeals of 5 second penalties from those incidents. We've got Lower though, looking to make the move on Golden, and he gets through quite easily. Is he too late on the brake? He just about gets the braking perfect and doesn't hit Giraffe. Golden, yeah, Golden really, you would have expected they've got past by now, but now it's Lower that gets past him, and getting involved in this battle, or at least close to it. We've still got Ralph, and we've still got Doffy Man. Basically we've got the whole of the points, actually the whole of the grid except from Cassell, unfortunately, and very close to each other for what is P4. And let's be honest, they're not that far behind Giraffe either. Game's not part of this, so say if anything can really happen. I mean, it would be really something if Composite ended up on the podium, but my point being is that they are all very, very close to each other. The DRS train all the way back to 13th, as always. Rick seems to be falling off the back. The softs not really lasting those 12 laps at the top speed that they need, because now Ralph seems to be quicker than Golden, but he's outbroken himself. That's not exactly the safest decision. It's really hampered Doffy Man, who will not be happy with that at all. I got the point, he was trying to not cut the corner, but in that situation maybe he should. Oh, Dragos with a big mistake. That allows the McLaren of MRPK to get back into position. He's been having fun with, they have been having fun throughout the race, as Lower takes P3 from Giraffe on the hards. It's a 2 second gap Backer has at the front. And what's that? Is that Flying Boy Val? No, he's just lost the position to Ann Smith, but there is a gap starting to grow. Oh, a battle through. Ooh, a big touch there between Giraffe and Golden. Giraffe making another move to Golden, but that's it. Giraffe's starting to fall down the order. A mistake from Golden though. He decided he's going to try and take the inside, and Golden kind of just turned in on him when he was right there, side by side, just not leaving the room at all. Yeah, so Hayward, he might be risking another pen. Giraffe won't be happy. Now he's back in the clutches of Hayward. This is allowing that top set to just get away. Let's have a look at the penalties. There's a bunch of 3 seconds for them. So Ralph's in actually quite a good position with no penalties. Hayward on the back of the Red Bull. Golden likely very much annoyed his other person, his other driver from it now. Hayward will have DRS. I don't think Giraffe will. No, but Hayward's too far behind, isn't he? He's got to be. He's only got DRS. It's not going to be close enough. He'd love it to be close enough, but no, it will not be. Anna Smith, and it is Dragos and the Ferrari Van Smith having a battle away for the final points being possession. Room is left by the Racing Point driver, and Anna Smith is through to 10th. I think Ralph made a mistake. It was a weird camera angle that we were given. Doppy Man, he's got his teammate behind him, but he's looking to make up positions at this point just to make a clear distinction for the championship battle. Just a couple of laps to go. Brandon will be, let's just see, Doppy Man backs out of it just about. Gets a better run through the exit though, a bit of ERS for the overtake mode. It's going to be a move into the Parabolica. He's got his teammate right behind him. They're still side by side in the Parabolica. MRPK, the Doppy Man did get through. Ralph becoming vulnerable. He's starting to fall back through the grid, but he's got some massive overspeed there on Doppy Man. And Doppy Man's teammate, he was going a bit deep there, but he managed to stop the car. Rule number 1, don't take out your teammate. Isn't that true? The overtake getting used by Hayward, who is in a real rush to get past the Red Bull. And yet, Jazz backs out of it mid-corner as Giraffe keeps 5th place. Ralph just behind, waiting for a mistake. He's got one from Hayward. MRPK goes through on his teammate as well. Ralph still struggling though because of the choice he made earlier with the hards. Doppy Man with another 3-second time penalty. Another better run from Hayward. Will this play dividend to him? He's through before the breaking point, so that's 5th place. Giraffe continues to fall. Golden really did struggle. Let's have a look. Penultimate lap, penalties, it's still 3 seconds. MRPK is the one that's going to struggle and drop really far down, at least 14th, as the McLarens and the Ferraris battle it out. Weirdly enough, both Ralph and Dan Smith are the McLarens in C5. They're battling with the McLarens in C4. As Dan Smith gets through on Doppy Man. Be looking to get through on MRPK and protect his teammate as well. These two, other than Back, are the only ones not to have penalties as well, so they will benefit with how close the grid is as well. Backer just enjoying this out in the leads, knowing that he's not got penalties. Lower, just within DRS, will be looking to get that done as well. Oh, and a continuing battle. Oh, what on earth? Dragos has somehow lost it into the back of Ann Smith, and Ann Smith, I think, was battling with Doppy Man. That is a strange incident to look at. But we do have a Renault of Lower who's now in DRS. Oh, he's low on fuel though, so I'm not sure how well that'll work, or if it'll work for him. So Anne Smith out. We'll see what happens, I'm sure. But we won't, unfortunately. No replays for that sort of thing, as Lower dips it into the gravel ever so slightly. Can Lower snatch second place from Brandon? Right now Brandon will lead the championship by 3 points going into next week's race. But if Lower can get past, it will literally be, once again, equal points between Brandon and Ticket for the championship. That is what we're watching here. Can Lower spoil that? And that is crazy what these two are doing to the Curva. I said Curva Grande again. I clearly am not that smart. The Ascari chicane. It's a wheel-to-wheel battle as Backer takes the win. Hayward looks to have kept the 5th place. Lower stays in 3rd. Golden will finish 4th. Ralph will jump up to 5th because no penalties. Giraffe will finish 7th. Doppyman 5th. MRPK will get points. Will he get points? No, he won't, as Flying Boy Val will take the final point by just a couple of tenths. Yeah, it got very hectic towards the end. I have no clue, absolutely no clue what happened to Dragos in terms of the incident. Backer, in the end, they can get quite comfortable. Brandon having to fend off the Renault at the end though. But yeah, Brandon will take a 3-point lead into next week's race. And once again, we have a battle for the championship, extremely close. It was a very entertaining race for us. I did ask them to give us another belter here, C4, and they have done it again. Quite a bit of closeness, quite a bit of contact, but some really breathtaking racing and overtaking as well. So that's really a big all you can ask for. Well done to Backer on securing that win. Well deserved from the season that he has had. Done it again, having a much better race than in quali. So what I'll do right now is remind myself of the race. But there we go, we've got Backer winning, Brandon in 2nd and Lower 3rd, Golden having a good race finishing 4th, Ralph finishing 5th with the no penalties. Then it's Hayward, Giraffe, Doppyman, always Rick getting in the points, Flying Boy Val picking up the final point, MRPK gets the bubble from all the penalties, he's 11th, Composite 12th, Cassell 13th, Dragos 14th, strange incident there. DNFs, it's classified Dan Smith as 2 laps down, it's 15th DNFs for Buyong, and Ticket and Adidas, both Williams crashing out at the Ascari chicane, and Ticket retiring in the pit lane. If we go for, so with a 3-point lead for Brandon after taking 2nd place and his championship rival with a non-finish, we take a extremely interesting look going into the next race around Baku next Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. UK time, the 31st of March. only 3 races to go, and there's 3 points in it. This is going right down to the wire. I really cannot wait. We've got Baku next week, where it could be there could be instances of street circuit. Let's see how these guys deal with that. Following that, on the 7th of April, we'll have Suzuka Japan, one of the best tracks in Formula 1 calendar. Difficult SS section with one major straight. Quite a difficult overtaking track to overtake, so qualifying will play a big part there. And then the grand finale, which I believe this will go all the way to, it'll be Sao Paulo, Brazil on the 14th of April. I think you all want to be here for these races, and hopefully so will I, because I really want to see how this championship plays out and finishes. At the moment, it looks like it could only be for Ticked or Brandon, and well, let's find out what happens in the next 3 weeks and see who can clinch the C4 championship. And I look forward to seeing you next week for Baku. See you then.